Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom stream, week 18, day 4. Excuse me. So today, we are going to be going and probably doing the class event to get ourselves some few free gems. We already have Mech maxed, but it's going to be pretty quick since we could just run a quick Dawnbringer into it or a Tina to double triple shot and kill them out that way, because I believe the entirety of the free battles ends up killing that out. Then probably get a little bit more EXP towards the hero class that we've been messing around with to try to get upgraded. And other than that, yeah, those are probably the two main things. One thing I should go mention real quick though is I will not be streaming tomorrow night, and I will not be streaming Saturday morning. I need to help my mom with the flight and everything. I just want to make sure I'm around in case she needs to call about anything, because this is the first time she's traveling alone. I'm just going to be doing that in the middle of the night, so by the time I go to sleep, I probably won't be able to catch the morning stream. So I will be canceling both of those. Also, I'm going to be voting on Saturday. That has nothing to do with that, but I will be doing that as well. But yeah, Friday night and Saturday morning, I will not be streaming. So we'll still be streaming Friday morning, which we'll be doing obviously Bounty Hunter, and we'll still be streaming Saturday night, in which we'll be doing probably just farming a bunch of stuff, since we'll already be done with Bounty Hunter by the end of Friday's stream. But just be mindful that that is the game plan. So if I'm randomly not here tomorrow night or Saturday morning, that is why. There's a chance I might still be able to be around those times, but I'm just saying that now, as there's a good chance both will be canceled. But anyways, other than that, let's go and get into things. So first things first, let's go and clear out adventure board, because we have 100 gems today, legendary gems. This is the highest amount of gems we can ever get, or tied at the highest, which ends up giving us 100 gems whenever it comes around. So that's a pretty nice task to have. The other two are rather useless, but still they're here nonetheless. If nothing else, they're free class XP. But hello everyone, I hope all of you have been doing well today. Hello Bill, hello Army X-Tube, hello Isabel. Also, I'm still so hyped for Animal Crossing, by the way. It can't come here quick enough. I wish it was like tomorrow already. But we will be probably streaming Animal Crossing a lot when it comes out, because I am so excessively hyped for it. Kind of like what we did with Pokemon. I barely play like Pokemon at all now, though. But yeah, I'm probably going to be playing Animal Crossing like way too much when it first comes out. Probably the first week or so. And we'll probably stream most of it as well, because why not? We're already going to be playing it, might as well stream it. It's a pretty chill game. Let's see. Hello Foro, hello Tyranny, hello Defiance, hello Jefferson, hello Calthos, hello Birdleaf, hello Dinosuit Girl, hello Cookie, hello Mark Joy, hello Arce, hello Gustavo, hello Matt, hello Rummerford, hello Humberto, and hello everyone else. Let's see. Does the honor system work? Yes. And does giving helpful better than giving a high five or fun? No, they're all weighted the same way. However, they can be weighted less if you keep doing them over and over again to the same people, or if you keep getting it from guildmates. Under those two circumstances, and I believe possibly a few other circumstances, they theoretically count for less points. However, which one of the three you give are all weighted the same. The only factor that really changes it is if you keep getting it from the same people, if you keep getting it from guildmates, and a few other invisible factors that we're not aware of. But it's a bit of a weird system. And it's rather dated, even though it came in within the last year. Just because most people don't really use it, yet there are benefits to actually getting it upgraded some. Do you really want to be in debt to the raccoon again? Actually, in this game, there's actually two different ways you can be in debt. Because first you're in debt through the Nook Miles thing, because you basically went into debt just to go on this like vacation thing. So just the flight alone basically put you into debt. But then you also need to get into debt the traditional way of Animal Crossing, in which you get a house. So you get to get double debts. We'll go for that for now. I've actually never been in debt my entire life. It's one of the reasons I didn't fully complete out college, because I refused to go into debt. Because I played Animal Crossing, and I am much aware that you should not get in debt. Obviously, that's not what taught me that, but it definitely helped in that regard. Let's see. I've actually only ever played the first Animal Crossing, the very first one. I have not played a single one since, which is probably why I'm so hyped. Because I don't think I've played Animal Crossing for 15 years now. Because the first time I played it was like almost 20 years ago. It came out in, when was the first one came out? It came out like 2002? I want to say. I actually forget. Somewhere's around there. As far as when it got localized in America, because technically it came out a little bit before then. But I don't think it was localized in America till the really early GameCube days, which was around 2002, 2003. What do I take here? I'll grab that. Oh, so hello, Sam! Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Well, what do we even take here? Let's go for the full AoE. That's not enough damage, though. Rowan, go get your damage. Oh, I could have taken it for free. Whoops. Oh, well. Not a big deal. Okay, that last battle we're definitely going to have to change team for. Oh, wait, never mind. That was the last battle. No wonder why it went so bad. That would explain it. For these last two battles, we'll definitely need to switch to, like, Phoenicia or something, just so they don't take as long. Yeah, definitely make sure to do these today if you do normally skip them. I know some people don't always do them every single day, but this last one is 100% worth it. It's 100 gems within, like, 2 minutes. It is definitely worth the time. That's a lot of gems to get for doing almost nothing, other than just getting pure luckiness off of the day. It's not the absolute best task, but as far as gem value, it technically is. There's two that have the highest gem value. The 100 gems, which gives you a physical 100 gems, and the mythic key drop, which gives you 180 gems worth of keys. It's not actually gems, but it's gems worth, and that it gives you 10 gem keys that's worth 90 gems, and 2 VIP keys that are worth 90 gems. And in combination, of course, that is 180. However, it's not physical gems. This is tied at the highest physical gems you'll ever get off Adventure Board, unless they do something higher for a holiday. However, when we had when we end up having the Lunar New Year's, we only ended up getting 100 gems for that too. And I'm surprised they did nothing for Valentine's Day. They didn't give us a single thing on Adventure Board for it. It seemed kind of odd that they didn't. Wish they would have. Because what other holiday do we really have coming up? I guess St. Patrick's Day maybe. And then like Easter. They'll definitely do Easter. There's no way they're not doing Easter. Also, I once again forgot to switch my team, but at this point, does it even matter? I think we already won. There we go. Did Rowan actually kill all of them this time? Yeah, it did. Wow. Well, there we go. I didn't even really struggle on that final one. Nice. There we go. Easy as that. Get our magics, take out dungeons, and then we'll probably head over to the class event and claim our 25 gems from there too. However, that 25 gems is going to take way longer than the 100 gems we just got, that's for sure. Oops, I changed my magic, but I forgot to change my team. Fail. It might just be quicker to retreat. Yeah, I'm just going to retreat. I think it's quicker that way, actually. You have infinite tries on this per day, so... okay, I was going to say, what just happened? Where were we? I'm on Phoenicia team. Also, I still never covered that video, did I? I need to do that this weekend. 100%. I still never covered the video on the top 10 teams of last year, which I've had sitting there for like weeks now. It's nice that they're sitting there, though, because I can use them whenever I want. Because normally I replace them for other videos. But now I just have like all the resources right there. I really should keep a better document organized of all the better teams in the game. Because it's hard to remember all of them at a given time. It's easy just to forget a few of them. Because there's just so many viable teams for different, because of all the different game modes. Every single game mode has its own set of viable teams based on the color restriction or the type restriction or just in general if you have everything to use. There we go, easy as that. The power of Phoenicia's overpowered AoE. I can't believe Phoenicia is actually partially meta right now. It's kind of weird. Because she seemed rather useless when she first came out. But she still holds at this current moment in time as the strongest full AoE for a single cast in the entire game. Which is very situational, but really good in those situations. But anyways, let's go do the mechs now, which I think we can actually keep exactly what we're set to, 12 magic. So there's two different easy ways that we could do this if you have the more expensive options. The one I went over on Monday was the cheaper option. That would get you through the entire event, and that team was Mang, Clockwork Sphinx, and Double Panther. So this is the cheapest build that you would go for if you want to go through the entirety of the class event. However, there are two other teams that we can mess around with if you have more expensive options, and those two are, let's see, where's the event thing go? There it is, Clash Trial. But those things are running Dawnbringer into any triple yellow here, or running double Tina, and then just double casting Tina to win. So we're probably going to use both of those. For the first half, we're going to use Dawnbringer while it can still one-shot, and for the second half, we will run the Tina method. So I'm just going to set some Dracos, just so he has the magic reduction. I don't think any of the other ones really give us any offensive benefit. So we're just going to go with the Dracos here. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Technically, we could use the Steam Turret. That has a scatter for only 10. In case we accidentally get mana on it. I guess we'll go for that. Why not? It doesn't really matter. As long as it's yellow, that's the only main thing that matters. or if it gives any kind of other bonus, but none of these yellows do, as of currently, since there's only those 4 yellows. But first off, we'll start with Dawnbringer. Do we even bother doing it with Mech? I technically don't have to. With Tina's, I do have to do it with Mech. But for this, I can actually just go level any hero class as long as it has half mana start. Problem with that, though, don't we already have every half mana start hero class maxed? Fail. Okay, fine, let's do it with Mech. Let's see, Mechanus. Let's clear it out real quick with Mechs. And now we want a yellow-red banner, ideally. That doesn't minus brown. There we go. Alright, so +2 yellow, +1 red. I'll go with that. Actually, +2 yellow, +1 blue would probably be a little bit better since we need the reds for magic boost ratio. So it's probably not going to come into play at all during any of these battles. Yeah, we could use Flame Cannon too. He has a full AoE. It's a small full AoE. It's actually, I believe, the weakest full AoE in the game, if not mistaken, or among one of them. But as far as any troop that just does it. But I don't even think we'll need that extra damage. I think Dawnbringer one-shots all the way to 2, this end of the second set. And then we just switch to Tina's, because that's when it stops one-shotting, and then we can just double-shot Tina. Because double-shot Tina is only going to take 24 mana, of which we can mass accumulate off of something like a Mountain Crusher, off of first slot. So I'm taking yellow mostly because of the Valraven, just so he wouldn't end up getting it. And also because we have extra mana onto it. But mostly to make sure Valraven. That's one of the reasons I wanted to go double yellow as well, other than the fact that our whole team is yellow. We get to counter Valraven naturally. Because if we need to take yellows anyways to counter it, we just naturally get mana to fill it up. So it ends up working out nice. It's one of the other reasons why Dawnbringer build is actually one of the better builds for running the free battles for class events right now. Obviously, class events might get reworked into the future, as well as the fact that that's like a really weird reason just to get Dawnbringer. But if you already have Dawnbringer laying around, honestly, I feel like its best purpose is for these free class events, for these earlier battles. It's because everything about it's pretty much how you want to play them. You want to have a lot of yellow so you can counter their yellow, or, you know, take a lot of yellow from the board so that Valraven doesn't escape, and it just one-shots these earlier battles. And has the more consistent one-shot. It's almost like the Phoenicia of weapons, in that it has the strongest full AoE of any weapon, for the most part. Technically, the doomed weapons, to a degree, are a little bit better in that regard. However, the main benefit that Dawnbringer has is it covers 3 colors, so it gets its mana accumulated way quicker than those pure color weapons do, since there are 3 different ways to fill it up. This thing can also start with half mana pretty easily. Does playing an Explorer level make any difference on which 2 tokens you get? Yes, the higher the Explorer, the better the tokens. You can't even get Nishas until you do as high as the 10th, but you should be doing it on 12 just because if you're wanting to farm tokens, 12 is where all of the good token rates are. Like, you shouldn't be doing anything other than 12 if your main thing is to get high-level tokens. Otherwise, all you're going to do is get the lower rarity ones. If you're doing something like Explore 3 spam, it is impossible to get the higher 2 rarity trait stones, or tokens, I mean. And that should kill him out. Oh, 4 HP, what are you doing? That's not nice. How do you survive that? Luckily, that's why we have these things. Clean it up with that scatter damage. Okay, 2 more. And then we switch to Tina's, because then this thing will stop one-shotting. Technically, it already did stop one-shotting. Let's see, I'll take that for now. Oh, that didn't surge. That would have given us full mana otherwise. Oh, another 4 HP. Weird. Come on, Steam Turret. Let's just take some browns and scatter it again. Or Skull, that works too. Boom. I am using Nisha Metals. I'm using Max right now. 12 magic. We're all in on Nisha. Even that's not enough damage. Okay. What do we grab here? Take that for now. It depends how many yellows are in play, because boost ratio is off of enemy yellows as well. And apparently we're just getting battles that don't have that many enemy yellows. Also, how do we have enchant on our first slot? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Dawnbringer doesn't have it. Hold up. How did we get enchanted? Oh, greens. I forgot. Mechanist class on 3rd perk. You can set it so whenever it grabs a green, it gets enchant. I was going to say, how else could we have gotten enchant in that situation? That would explain it. Also, where are all of our Valravens? How do we only have 4 battles right now? Next battle definitely needs to be a Valraven then. There's like a 100% chance next battle's Valraven. But anyways, let me go get my double Tina in here. Then we do Mountain Crusher to, I guess, Sphinx. Let's see. But I'll put Sphinx behind the Tinas just so it doesn't block 6 mana. And get our mountains. Where's my mountain? There we go. And it's also pure brown. Well, technically not, because it doesn't get the bonus for it since it's not a unique brown. But what's a good banner for this? We need like brown red or brown green. Let's see what brown red has. I should say all colors. Brown red or brown green. It has minus purple, so it's under brown green. It has minus red. Okay, come on. Okay, minus blue. There we go. +2 brown, +1 green. That'll work. Off of the rat banner from Dark Pits. Okay, that'll work then. And this is the main team I'll be using. And probably what I would use if I went all the way as well. However, we're just doing the free battles. Is Mountain Crusher, Double Tina into Clockwork Sphinx. Using +12 magic. And we use half mana start off of Mech in this hero class. If your class has a 50% mana start, does it override Nisha? Don't you mean Anu? Or that, the 20% mana one you're referring to? It doesn't overwrite the magic. But no, it overrides, Anu. The 20% mana start that you get from Anu will be overwritten by any higher mana start. So if you have a 50% and a 20%, it'll just give you 50%. It will not give you 70%. It'll only give you whatever the highest percent is. And that works for any instance where you get multiple percent starts in the game. Every single instance of it will only give the highest amount. It will not combine them together. Which means really low percents generally aren't that worth it. Like, for example, Hero has like some 10% and 15% that are almost never used. One, because Anu is 20%, which is higher than it, off tokens, so you would just use that instead. But also because they don't stack, so even if you already had mana starts, that wouldn't actually help you any. So they tend to be really underwhelming. 20% is worth it occasionally, though, off of metals, mostly because that's almost like an empowered spread along your troops. If none of them have any amount of mana start, it's basically 80% mana that you get at a start. So it's pretty decent in that regard. However, only if your entire team has no mana start is it normally worth it. I should have waited till that got full mana. Now we're 1 mana short for a Tina cast, really. And I don't have enough skull damage either, because I don't think this class has Enrage. Let's see. I'll take that over for now. Really, both of you are going to be 1 mana short, and then we get our whole team to full mana with the exact same brown. Go figure. That slowed that battle down. Not by much, though. Obviously, it's still pretty quick. Oops, I think I just accidentally gave myself a bonus with that glitch. The annoying glitch. Did I actually gain bonus? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I cheated. I gave myself extra stats on accident. I hate that so much. I'm accidentally cheating. I better not have eaten my sigil. I don't think it ever does. No, it doesn't eat your sigils. It just gives you... Oh, no, no, no! That time it did. But luckily, I think this was our final battle. It better be. Wait, was this not? I forgot. It keeps it there. No. The misclick just ate my sigil. That time it definitely wasted 1 sigil. It better not make me need to go do that now, because that would have cost me like 15 gems now. Because I won't be able to get the final one. Because I don't think this was the final battle. This is the third... Or this is the end of the 3rd set, I'm pretty sure. Mistakes were made. Hopefully we'll get an early Valraven. Because that just wasted a sigil that we might have needed to get all the way. Yep, that might have just wasted us 10 gems. No! The misclicks, they hurt. I hate that so much. The first one that we did it on that was glitched was free, but it keeps it on that game mode. And it doesn't switch it back. Which can make you accidentally waste resources when you misclick it without even realizing it. Which is annoying. I'm not sure if that fix will even be in next patch yet. Let's just still need to report everything on the beta. Okay, we need a Valraven, like now. Because we are 1 sigil short now. The fail. There's a chance we won't get that Valraven now. Let's see, we'll take that for now. Do you always get a free upgrade for each event? No. You don't get any free upgrades. You only get 1 the very, very first time. However, there is a glitch that allows you to get more. And hopefully it'll fix it soon. Because I'm pretty sure bots are using it a lot. Because bots could consistently click it every single time to get 200% bonus. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we'll take this one. I hope we get that Valraven. There's a good chance we might not, though. In which case, that glitch actually just wasted us 10 gems. Because there's no point in spending 30 gems to get 10 gems, obviously. That would be a 20 gem loss. So if we don't get Valraven here, we lose 10 gems to the glitch. Okay, which one do you think has the Vower even? The right one or the left one? I'm pretty sure it's based on number of battles. I'm actually leaning towards the right one. Vower even, go. Rip. Okay, I might as well just retreat. Because we're out of sigils. And there's no way to get more. Rip! The glitch cost us 10 gems. That's the first time I ever didn't get to round 4 completion. But it was completely because the glitch wasted a sigil. In which case we would have had exact enough, as we always do. Well, that's a slight fail. But at least we got our 15 gems from the thing. But I'm not sure if anyone reported that to them yet. It's been known since the sigils have existed. But they still haven't bothered fixing it yet. Like many glitches in the game. But anyways. Let's go back to armors. Okay. I will be re-mentioning as many as I could possibly think. So if any of you do recall any glitches as well, do let me know. Because I still haven't given my full list yet. I'm not even sure if my full list is even full. Because there's still some things I forgot about that I don't even think I mentioned on it. Still need to send it to them though. But anyways. Let's go do oh, we did that. Oh yeah, we did all the things. Let's go do code now. And go and farm up our hero class. And as I mentioned earlier, we will not be streaming on Friday night or Saturday morning. So we need to go make up for that with some grinding on the Hierophant, since we won't be able to get any time in there. So anyone in the chat can help you. What mode should you be playing for fast soul farming? Explore 2 with Dragon Soul, with Necromancy troops, or Fairish Raws if you have it. The cheapest team you can build is Dragon Soul with triple Warlock, with Necromancy trait on their second trait. It's the easiest thing to get Necromancy trait on in the entire game. So Dragon Soul with triple Warlock. And you would upgrade that eventually to Dragon Soul double Azereth with hero using Purple Storm. And then you would eventually max it out to Dragon Soul double Fairish Ra with Umber Wolf. And that's basically the general progression. And you just keep making upgrades from there to get it through that. Like the Warlocks going to Azereth's. The final one going to a Purple Storm, and then eventually you have the automatic Perpetual Purple Storm off of Umberwolf, and then eventually you can own Fairish Ra's, which will give you a gigantic boost. But yeah, Explore 2 is the main location where soul farming is done in the current state of the game. The main reason for this is Dragon Soul takes 3 casts to kill, and you actually want it to take exactly 3 casts, and the main reason for this is Dragon Soul gains 15 souls per cast to a capacity of 40, regardless of what your cap is. And that means after 3 casts, he will cap out your souls. And in doing so, you need to cast 3 times. And on Explore 2, you will be able to cast 3 times. That's the main reason why you end up doing that. And also, you run it with 20% mana start if you have it. The best way to run it is 20% mana start with 8 magic. However, the 20% mana start is more important than the 8 magic, since the 8 magic would only give you a few more explosions, like 3 or so, onto your Dragon Soul. Hello, Zex! Glad you can make it, though. But anyways, let me go get code. Where to go? And Salty did give me more almighty codes. We now have codes again. Actually, we never didn't have codes. She gave it at the exact time so that we never ran out of code. So that was nice. So it ended up working out nicely. But here you guys go. Here is the code. The code of magic. The code of resources. There you guys go. There's the code. Use on gemsofwar.com with the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over there in the bottom left corner is what you put in. Redeem code's right over there in chat. The 8NP and all that. Just copy paste that for the redeem code. And it gives the same thing as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go. And all those resources. And as that. Now, let's go level up this Hierophant. I think we're pretty far in this next level. I think we need 60 XP or something. Where do we go? Where's my Explorer team? Let's see, was I right on my guess? How much more XP do we need on you? Yep, pretty much. We need, what is that? That's 73. We need 73 more XP to get our level. Probably get at least a level and a half. Definitely at least want to get 1 level, that's for sure. If nothing else. A level a day, we'll get it maxed. Eventually. Oh yeah, if you search your troops for Necromancy, you can find every troop in the game that has Necromancy. There's a good chance you already have a bunch of them. However, the reason why Azereth is the best Necromancy troop is he has Necromancy plus a +1 purple. He's the only Necromancy troop that has any additional benefit towards the Dragon Soul team. So he's the best Necromancy troop that isn't Fairish Ra. And the main reason Ferrous Raw is relevant is he has a 150% bonus, whereas every other necromancy is only a 50% bonus. It's one of the reasons Ferrous Raw is pretty sought after, as he drastically increases the rate at which you can accumulate souls. Because your first 2 additional Ferrous Raws both essentially give you a 100% soul bonus each, since they're 100% more than a normal necromancy. I'm actually really surprised when they ended up adding Ferrous Raw ages back, like 3 years back or so when they ended up adding it. Just because it had such a ridiculously huge soul gain on it compared to any other option. And Ferrous Raw has never been nerfed. The way that he was released is exactly how he is right now, which I find kind of interesting, because he's always been a really good resource farming troop, particularly obviously for souls. But yeah, he's never been nerfed. Mostly because there would probably be way too much outrage if he ever was nerfed. But yeah, he's never been nerfed in the whole history of the game, which I'm really surprised, because he has never not been meta for soul farming, for the obvious reason. They ended up doing it mostly to make soul farming as less of a grind. That was the main reason he was ever even added to begin with. And at the time when he was added, there were very few soul farming options in the game. Actually, at one point, Valkyrie was the only soul farming in the game. Actually, at one point, like way when the game started, that one epic troop from Golvania was actually the only way to farm souls in the game. And at the time, she only gave 1 soul per cast. So it was really slow rate. When the game first started, the rate of souls in the game, if you were to do an infinite farm method, was only a few hundred souls per hour. Now you can get like 20,000 to 50,000 souls per hour. It is drastically increased by like, actually, probably more so than any other resource. I don't think any resource rate has increased more than what the soul rate was when the game first came out. You also have to keep in mind, there was a lot less things to use souls for when the game first came out. When the game first came out, levels only went up to, was it 10 or 15? I think it was 15. Yeah, 15. Levels only went up to 15 when the game first came out. There were no level 20s. There were no, obviously, epic levels, which came in last year. There were no Soul Forge, so nothing was really even sinking souls other than putting souls into troops and stuff like that. Which still baffles me that the disenchanting system has never been revamped. The disenchanting system that is currently within the game right now is the exact same system that was in the game on day 1. The only difference is now you can disenchant everything with a single click of a button. Whereas before, at one point, you have to do it like literally 1 card at a time. Not even all of 1 card at a time, which they eventually did. But literally, every single individual card had to be disenchanted, which was really funny and slow. But the resources that you get from doing so is the exact same, which I always find kind of odd. Because the rate at souls, even though the disenchanting system is the same as when the soul rate in the game was like a few hundred per hour, now that it's like 20,000 to 50,000 per hour, the disenchanting system still is the exact same rate of souls. It is really strange. Why they haven't buffed that, I do not know. Probably because so many people have so many spare copies. But, I don't know, it's still something that kind of needs to be buffed. It's probably one of the most dated aspects of this game. And the fact that disenchanting doesn't give any amount of crafting material. Like, the fact it gives no diamonds or not even any shards is really baffling. Like, at least give shards, because that would be more of a soul sink, too. Yeah, Valkyrie for about a year to a year and a half. Like, you literally had to use blue teams at one point in the game. Like Valkyrie with Queen Mab when Queen Mab ended up coming out. Valkyrie with Corvash. Valkyrie with Justice when that ended up becoming a thing when Guild Wars started. Like, a lot of those options were like the only teams you could ever use, because Valkyrie was just the troop to use. At one point, Valkyrie had a higher usage rate than I think the other top 2 or 3 troops in the entire game. That is how high of a usage rate Valkyrie had at one point, because she was the only way to really accumulate infinite souls at one point in the game. And souls were a lot more important back then too, since a lot of people didn't actually have everything leveled to 15 or to the new level 20 at the time. But yeah, Valkyrie for like a year and a half was the meta. Like, if you weren't using Valkyrie in your team at that point in the game, you basically weren't playing the game right. That's how important she was at that point in the game. Like 90% of teams, if not more, used her. Does the unit stop dropping when it is Mythic with 4 copies? I wish. They really need to do that. But no, the only time you ever stop getting a drop is in guild chests. When you get 4 copies of a guild guardian to mythic, 4 copies of mythic, so basically fully maxed out, then you end up getting it. However, that's the only instance for those 12 troops within the guild key drop table. In no other instance does getting something to 4 copies of mythic make it stop dropping. That would be kind of cool. But that would also be hard to balance. Because if they did that, that means if you had every single troop in the entire kingdom, aside from the mythic, all the way at mythic of 4 copies, that basically means you would get a guaranteed mythic. And they would never want that. Because then you'd just be able to farm mythics like crazy. Also, there's a lot of people that have pretty much everything in the game. Like, at the point that I am in the game right now, if they were to do that, all I would get are mythic drops from every key I ever open. Because I have essentially 4 copies of every troop in the entire game to mythic. So I highly doubt they would ever do that, just because it would be really, really overpowered. With the amount of free mythics they would end up giving out. Ooh, another token of Nisha. Congrats. Yeah, I haven't been Nisha farming lately. I really should. I've been a little bit low on the bigger tokens. Also, I ended up saying that the apple flavored sparkly water basically tasted like apple cider. Well, the lemon one basically tastes like if lemonade was made into a soda. Which I guess kind of Sprite almost is like that, kind of. It's not exactly like a Sprite. It's a lot more refreshing than a Sprite. I never really cared for Sprite as much. But anyways, let's keep going on this. How long did a guild stat bonus last from doing the guild tasks? For 1 week. They last for 1 week from the exact moment that you get it. So if you were to go and get your purple maxed on, let's say, Thursday, like today, it would last all the way till next week's Thursday. Exactly 7 days from the exact moment that you end up getting it. Plain lemonade soda, that actually sounds really good. What I find kind of interesting is that this tastes like lemonade, but it has 0 sugar. Which I'm not sure how you have that combination. Because lemonade is pretty sugar heavy. Yeah, it tastes just like lemonade. Like a soda-based lemonade, basically. Not sure how they do it. Yeah, I've been off of soda for a while. Yeah, artificial sweeteners, probably. Anything that can get me off of soda. And these things work pretty well. Ah, it's a fake sugar. Yeah, that would make sense. What do I grab here? Take that for now. It's actually worse for you than regular sugar. That's not good. They're very addictive, though. What do we even grab here? Get that for now. Well, most artificial things in general tend to be worse. Because they try to be made for consumption, but they're not necessarily actually really properly made for the human's body's consumption. Let's see, we'll go for that. Yeah, artificial sugar normally gives me migraines. But these actually don't give me migraines for whatever reason. Because I found that with other sparkling waters. And I ended up doing it that. But these actually don't. What was the ingredient that you mentioned again? I want to see how high up it actually is on this thing. Let's see. What are a few names of them? So one of them is sucralose. Let's see. Can I find it on all these ingredients? Also, why must it be slanted? Also, it's probably not a good idea to read it slanted without a cap on it. I do not need to get this on my mic. Let's read. How many things? Carbonated water, natural flavors, citric acid, lemon juice concentrates, potassium benzonates. Let's see. Ester gum, gum arabic, sucralose. Isn't that it? I think I found it. Isn't that the thing that you mentioned? Yeah, sucralose. So yeah, it does have it as like the 8th ingredient. Green tea extract, calcium, the sodium, eta, whatever on earth that is. Beta carotene. That's always a bad sign when you can't even like read the ingredients in a thing. Niacinamide, niacinamide, whatever that is. Half of these I've never even heard of. Retinol. Calcium pentothenate. Chlorosil. Wow, gosh, it sounds like that exact same word, but with more words. Let's see. Color caliciferol? Something? Biotin. Let's see. Cyanocobalamin. Oh, this is a bad idea to get me to read words. Pyridoxine hydrochloride. And that's it. That's all the things. I'm pretty sure I butchered half of those. But yeah, it's the 7th ingredient on it. The one that you mentioned. That fake sugar thing. It's clearly not natural, obviously. Like good old water. I just get a soda stream and a lemon. I had a friend that was considering getting a soda stream thing. I've been considering it too. Water's better anyways. I need to open my own butcher shop. I can butcher every word. Even if you don't think it's butcherable, I will find a way to butcher the word. No, I've always been bad at speaking. That has never not been a thing. I used to be in speech classes when I was younger. And then they took me out of speech classes even though I still had speech issues just because my grades were getting too good. Which has no correlation with your capability to speak. Let's see. I'll take that for now. Yeah, I don't really care for most basic sparkling waters. Like the taste of it. That's my only big problem with, like, if I was to go get, like, a sparkling water machine thing. Because some of them just taste too weird to me. I just need to get better at liking just water. Like, I can drink water, but I eventually reach a point where it's like, I want something different. Like, if I'm just drinking water. Pronounce this. Millingave? 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 Gavi is probably my final verdict. That sounds wrong, though. What do we even need here? Grab that for now. That or I need to get back into a tea mood as well. Teas aren't normally that bad. Also, that way I get caffeine. Because I think that's the other big thing I'm missing from these two. I kind of need that little bit of caffeine. Because when I drop soda, I'm not really getting caffeine from anything. Because I don't drink coffee or anything. And normally tea is like the main way I get caffeine. If I do get any. I've been trying to stay completely off of caffeine as well. That's hard. Because I get so sleepy whenever I don't. It's Mole Guy. Welcome to Scotland. Oh yeah, I need to think with a Scotland accent. I have a friend that's from Scotland. And he pronounces quite a few words interesting. I'm trying to think of like one that he really did weirdly compared to the United States. Oh gosh, he did so many. Why can't I think of a single one? He did one like so ridiculously weird. Oh no, I would need to ask him later. I can't actually remember any, surprisingly. But he like if you're an American and hear how he pronounces some words, like you would never even think that the word he's trying to pronounce is the word. Yet if he goes to Scotland, like everyone will know exactly what he's saying. And he's speaking to other people who speak English there. But they have a weird way of pronouncing several words. Well, it wasn't in a different language. He was pronouncing them in English, but it's a really like Scottish accent on it to the point that you don't even recognize that the word is English, even though he's saying it completely in English. How viable is that triple finesse team outside of Delves? It's not that bad. Like if you need a cheap team, it's really solid. It's very similar to Dwarven Gate Tesla team. If you've ever used that before. It's almost the exact same premise, but without barrier. But you get a lot of extra stats instead, which make up for the fact that you don't gain barrier. For I don't know what scene you're referring to there. I'm pretty sure it's funny. Oh yeah, I never thought about that. You could make sparkling water flavored tea. That's actually rather interesting. Sparkling water flavored tea. I have never tried that before. That actually sounds really good. Sparkling tea. Imagine sparkling hot tea with ice and honey. What a weird combination, but I feel like it would be good. I like that temperature contrast. And yes, I am the kind of person that would put ice cubes in hot tea. I know it makes no logical sense. His sparkling iced tea. Oh yeah, I always use real honey for it. I actually used to have a, at flea markets, I used to get, a lot of fresh, local honey, actually. Because there were, you know, a bunch of, like, various bee farms. And, some of the locations they would sell it is, of course, at flea markets. So, whenever I would go flea marketing, probably about once every few months, because I would just get one large thing because it was cheaper. I would get like a whole thing of honey. It's pretty nice. I don't have any place like that near me right now, I don't think. But you can still get it from stores. You just don't get it as fresh as if you were to get it at the market. Get a honeycomb in the jar? No. It's not like that. Obviously, they extract it from the honeycomb. Oh, what do we even grab here? We'll get that for now. And then he's dead. Well, you wouldn't need to boil it per se. You can do them both separately and then combine them together. While it might not be as powerful if you did it that way, it would still work. The sparkling aspect of it. But if anyone still has any other questions, do let me know. We'll make sure to go over them all. A new take on bubble tea. Cooking with Tacet. I've been meaning to get into cooking more. There's a lot of things I've been meaning to get into doing more. Mostly writing, drawing, cooking, and exercise. Those 4 self-improvement things I've been meaning to get to more. Well, I have been doing them slightly, it's just not enough. I need to get like a diligent schedule for those 4 things. Start getting better at all 4. Because I don't cook that often. Like, barely at all. It's just so much healthier than eating out and other things. And I need to lose weight. It just keeps slowly ticking upwards over time. Oh, did we just get 1,000 glory? Nice. What is a special barbecue dish for your region? I'm not sure if there really is any. Like, there's a lot of barbecue places around. I'm not sure if there's, like, any one specific thing. Like, it's pretty standard barbecue, just done up a little bit better than some other states. The only other real main difference is we have hush puppies here, which most places in the north, from my experience, don't actually have. Which is basically just dough that's dipped in a sauce, essentially. It's pretty good, though. That's something I never understood from the South. Grits. Those, oh, what even is that? Because I just hate eating it, so I actually forget what it even is. But it's like a, I don't know. It's like if you puked into a bowl. No, I don't know how to describe it. But, it's really bad. I don't understand grits. Hush puppies are great, though. Another thing that's more popular down here for whatever reason is biscuits with gravy. I noticed McDonald's sell that down here where most places up north don't ever sell biscuits with gravy. Like, they still sell biscuits, but some places don't even have, like, gravy, which is kind of weird. Well, not weird, but I don't know, it's just interesting that it's only, like, around this area. Pretty sure there's obviously other areas in the south that probably has it too. Not sure why it's so much more popular. It's not bad. The chocolate gravy? I've never had chocolate gravy. That sounds like a weird combination. That could probably be good. The only chocolate I've ever been eating out lately is melting pot. I know, I kind of got a little bit addicted to eating out there. Well, I haven't ate out there too much. I ate there twice earlier this month. However, prior to that, I didn't eat at it at all until the first time I ever ate there, which was back in October a few times. So I've been there, I think, 6 times total. However, 2 of them were pretty much back-to-back, and the other 4 were pretty much back-to-back. My friend was visiting the state. But I've been missing out. Melting Pot's amazing. It's too pricey to go there often, though. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. Though lately I've only been going there when there's a sale. But even then, it will normally cost you like 30 bucks or so. But it's enough food that you could literally eat that as the only thing you eat all day, and you'll be fine. Oh, I hate vinegar-based barbecue. Actually, a lot of barbecue places by me, unless they're like family-owned, do not actually use the vinegar base. Like a lot of the bigger, smaller chains, if that make any sense. Like all the ones that are chains, but they're like smaller chains, but they're still the more popular chains, if that combination makes any sense. But those tend to be pretty good. Like there's a barbecue house by me that, I think it's just literally called Barbecue House, that probably has my favorite barbecue around. And they don't do vinegar based. Or that, or they don't default to it. I think they might have an option for it, but their default isn't vinegar based. Hey, there's our level. I was wondering where it was. At 88. Making progress. 12 more levels. What do they make that you can't make at home? Pretty much everything you could end up making at home that they end up making. I don't think there's a single thing that wouldn't be able to. Just a lot more convenient to actually go there. Also, it normally ends up tasting out better because the sauces that they use are pretty nice. And I don't know. I tried doing barbecue before, and like it's not bad, but I don't know. It's not as good as other ones I've had before. I'm not really good on seasoning, that's for sure. My definition of seasoning is like pepper and cinnamon. If that can't fix something, I feel like nothing will. No, I'm really big on like spamming cinnamon. Like cinnamon on anything is good. There is almost nothing that cinnamon will not improve. Let's see. Sriracha? I don't think I've ever used sriracha. Is that a sauce or a spice? Isn't that a sauce? Is Dragonator 8000 worth purchasing from the event shop? No, you can get it for free. Isn't Dragonator 8000 the weapon you get from Mechanist hero class? Why are they selling it somewheres? You shouldn't ever buy that weapon. You get it for free from Mech. Right? That's the one that's on it, right? I'm almost guaranteed it is. Yeah, you get it for free from 250 wins on Mech. There's no point in getting it from any shop. You just use Mechanist class, win 250 times, and you get it automatically. So there's no reason. Oh, you're talking about the class shop. I see. But no, you shouldn't buy it. Yeah, you can get it for free. Every single class event, you can get the weapon that it shows there for free by getting 250 wins on the hero class. So they're all super easy to obtain. 250 wins takes only about a few hours or so with quicker teams. And even if you're going at a bit slower rate, you could easily get it done in a day or so. But yeah, you can buy them during class events for 500 gems. However, that is never worth it. The only time people will ever really do that is if it's a new hero class, just to get to use it immediately. But only endgame players tend to do that because they have the resources to spend on it. But no, you should never really be spending any gems during class events. They don't really help that much. Cinnamon and soup. Oh no, not in soup. Soup it does not work for. But for various meats, like there's almost no meats that cinnamon won't improve. I think my most recent addiction for it is cinnamon on pork roll for pork roll, egg, and cheese. And it does have like a cinnamon bagel for it. Just go all in cinnamon. Ends up working out really nice. That's something I don't really eat that often, even though I've had it a lot when I was younger. Bagels. Mostly because it's hard to find bagels that aren't made in a place that process nuts. Which really limits the options I have. Because a lot of bakeries I can't actually get stuff from because they make at least one thing that is nut related. Cinnamon on fish does work. Though I've not tried it that often. I tried it for salmon and it worked. Cinnamon salmon? Don't knock it till you tried it. It's actually not that bad. Cinnamon shrimp also isn't that bad. Actually, I think the first time I ever had that was at a Red Lobster, like ages ago, if I'm not mistaken. It was like a cinnamon bacon shrimp thing. It was a really weird combination, but cinnamon does work on shrimp. It's not like the first go-to thing you would really go to for shrimp, obviously. But it is an interesting flavor. Try the cinnamon challenge? No, I would never try the cinnamon challenge. That'd be a very bad idea. I like cinnamon too much to ever do that. To try hating cinnamon. Not that bad is not a ringing endorsement. I have really weird tastes. You've never seen cinnamon on any meat? I don't know, I feel like it works on almost every meat. Like, it works on some better than others. But I've done it for pork. Well, like, pork roll and bacon are probably, like, the biggest two. Like, more breakfast food-like things. But, I've had it on burgers before. I've had it with ribs. I've had it with shrimp. I had it with salmon. I've had it with, trying to think of what else. I don't think I ever did it with meatloaf. That might be a little bit weird. I don't know. Would cinnamon meatballs work? I guess it depends what you pair it with. McDonald's fillet of fish with cinnamon. I might actually need to try that the next time I'm at McDonald's. Does McDonald's taste better with cinnamon challenge? And put cinnamon on every single thing McDonald's has. I feel like it would work best for a Big Mac. Just because it would blend well with the sauce. I don't think it's an East Coast thing. I just think it's a I'm weird thing. And I like cinnamon on everything. I'm also like really heavy on using ketchup. I also put ketchup on a lot of things. That's more of a northern thing though, I think. I know it's pretty big in New Jersey. Oh, maybe that's why I like cinnamon in so many things. I used to eat a lot of Chinese food when I was younger. Like a lot of Chinese food. But yeah, cinnamon and pepper, like spice-wise, is like always my go-to things, personally. That and ketchup. Well, ketchup isn't really a spice, but you know, it works for a lot of things. Hey, Bill is finally maxed on honor. That would explain why he hasn't been asking lately. But he was asking a few days ago, so I assume he just recently got it. Wait, has he actually announced it here? I don't think you've ever announced that you finally maxed it out to us. Congrats. You heard that 3 times PR is not worth it for farming, or for soul farming? Fair Shra? Yes and no. Last time I've tested it, no, it is not worth it. It is definitely not worth going out of your way for. However, if you're quick enough with it, it could be worth it. Personally, when I last tested it, I felt like it was ever so slightly quicker, soul weight rate-wise, to do 3. However, the battles played out a lot smoother when you did it with 2, and you had a purple storm there. And the rate is so minuscule as far as the difference that you definitely would not go out of your way to get a 3rd Ferrous Raw. You kind of have to test it based on your own preference on if you feel like it's worth it or not. Basically test soul farming with it and without it for some amount of time, for at least an hour, if not a few hours, and see what your rates are for both, and then kind of make that judgment yourself. But if you don't currently have a 3rd, I would definitely not go out of your way to get a 3rd. But yes, a 3rd can actually help improve your soul rate. However, the last data I got on it, it was only about a 1 to 2,000 soul rate increase per hour, whereas the 2 previous Ferrous Raws were upwards of like a 10,000 soul rate increase per hour. So you get a much diminishing return, if it's even an improvement at all. And personally, if I was to soul farm now, I'd probably do it with only 2, just because how less frustrating battles are with having 2 compared to 1. I mean, 2 compared to 3. Because with a 3rd, the only big issue with that, or the biggest issue of why it doesn't really work that well, oh, excuse me, is you're sacrificing Purple Storm. The only way that will ever be viable to do is if we finally get a hero class weapon that can we kill a quick battle while gaining a lot of souls. If we ever get something like that, soul farming will change forever. However, at this current moment in time, the best method is likely still just running Dragon Soul Double Ferrous Raw into Umbra Wolf or hero with Purple Storm. What do we grab here? I'll take that. You call dibs on asking Tacet every day for honor. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, sorry, I missed your message like 5 times. I'm sorry. But congratulations, Bill. That's definitely a nice milestone to have. And it does count for some amount of resources as well. Is 5,000 gold per match on the higher end of how much you can get? Yeah, I would say so. Because that's about what 3 trophy PvP or running a heavy gold team in Explore would end up doing. Would give you about that much gold per match. Hello, Pooks. Welcome. But yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, I'll probably be wrapping up pretty soon. Do keep in mind, we will not be streaming Friday night or Saturday morning, as I mentioned earlier. We will still be streaming Friday afternoon. Our next stream will be in pretty much, what would that be, 14 and a half, 15 hours or so from now. We'll be streaming noon tomorrow, doing all of Bounty Hunter. And that'll be our last stream probably until Saturday night, because Friday night and Saturday morning will not be streaming. I mostly just want to be around because my mom is traveling for the first time in case she needs to call about anything. And since it's going to be pretty late at night, I will probably oversleep. So I just do want to be around in case she needs to call about anything. Since it's her first time traveling alone, just in case she needs it. And other than that, I'll be voting on Saturday. However, more so to help her out is the main reason why. But anyways, we'll be back tomorrow. And we'll be doing all of Bounty Hunter around noon tomorrow in 15 hours or so from now. And it should be a pretty easy bounty hunter. It's a pretty annoying bounty troop, but we've been getting a lot of better bounty options lately. So it should end up going down pretty easily. And that's the only thing we really have going on this weekend is the bounty event. And then, of course, the Monday event coming around. Also, this Monday, we'll finally be able to talk, or I should say Tuesday, I'll be able to mention some things about the next patch. They're doing a preview for it on Monday night. So that means on Tuesday stream, when we do it Tuesday night, I will be able to go and discuss 4.8. 4.8 is likely not happening until like mid-March, late March. However, we will know pretty much everything about it by Tuesday. Publicly, that is. I pretty much already know everything about it. But we'll be able to publicly share about it on Tuesday. So, yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. So we'll be able to discuss that then. Anyways, guys, I will catch you all later. Hope you all have a wonderful day and rest of your weekend. What's a good class level team? Oh, yeah, I ended up mentioning that earlier. It's, what was it again? It's Mang. The brown-purple one, that's Sphinx Sing. Let me just show the team in a second. Let me just quick kill this. How's he not dead? Please end your turn. There we go. Let me go show it real quick. I'm gonna show on the Monday video too. But this team right over here. It is grab our tributes. Go, go, go. Grab that. 17 gems. Nice. Where was it? I'm looking for... Where did I mention it? I just won these. Where's the class event? Mech class event. But it's the cheaper version is Mang, Clockwork Sphinx, and Double Panther. Sphinx is an ultra rare. Mang you get for free out of 23 brown red mastery. And Panther is only 800 glory to get 2 of them this week. So really easy, cheap team to build, and it would run all the way through the entirety of the event. You would mostly be using Mang into hitting with skulls, and if you need to, you would go into Panther. Do be mindful, though, that you can't try instant killing anything with Panther that you've already thrown a Mang onto, since you would have torn away all their armor. But aside from that, it ends up working out pretty well. And then you mostly just center it around hero class doing a bunch of damage. You can also do this with Titan hero class if you find your hero is dying too much. However, he does get to start with a barrier, so for the earlier battles, that would probably be fine. But ends up working out pretty nice. Yeah, Urskia's Shield of 3 times Bombot could also work. You do have access to that if you want to go and use the Bombot method. My only concern with that is one of the battles this week does have 100% revive. So you probably wouldn't want to use the Bombots on that one battle. However, the other 4 battles, the Bombot method would work. However, the one that has the 100% revive troop with all the orcs, it will not work on. So do be mindful if you run the Bombot method that it does not work for the orc battle, but it will work for the other 4. So do be wary of that if you do end up doing that. Wait, is channel 987 actually dedicated to trading honor? I've never known that. I know there's a lot of weird channels that are dedicated to things, like certain languages and stuff, that different communities in the game basically do. Like there's like a Spanish channel, an Italian channel. Like there's a lot of different channels for specific things. I'm not sure what the full list is. Does anyone know where there might actually be? I think on some kind of Discord page somewhere there might be like a full list of what every single channel is dedicated to. Obviously, Global 1 is the main channel for just everything. But there are a few really specific channels out there for specific things. And I'm not sure what the full list is. I'm not even sure what a few of these specific ones are for the most part. But yeah, there's a few dozen of them, if not more, that are dedicated for certain things. You'd have to go through and like check every single one manually if there's not like a list set up somewhere. But anyways, guys, catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'll see you all in tomorrow afternoon for Bounty Hunter. And we'll get all of our loot off of that. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.